O. O stands for owner. I love to find people who own a lot of their own company's stock. There's really no substitute at the end. At the end of the day, it's kind of about, do you have skin in the game or not? I'm thinking about buying your stock. How much of your own stock do you own? Now, this is not the best trait to apply willy-nilly, because there are many situations of really great leaders who might come to a company at a later stage of that company, and there's no way they're going to be able to be a significant shareholder. So whoever's the next CEO of General Electric will not own much of that company's stock. And that's true of even today, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, Facebook, the list goes on. As new managers come on at later stage companies, certainly they don't have any chance of owning a substantial amount of stock. So it's usually those that found the companies that own a lot of the stock. And a great example for me here is Elon Musk. Certainly, Elon Musk owns 27% of Tesla. So if you've been a Tesla shareholder, and I hope you have, because if you are, you have a smile on your face right now. If you've been a Tesla shareholder, you've been with a guy who's running the company, who's running the show, who has put so much of himself, especially his own money, in this company. That should add to your confidence as you assess leadership, as you assess management. You know, when Tesla went back out and raised more money in a secondary offering in 2013, the company raised $450 million or so at that stage. It was already a public company, just went back to the markets and said, we need more money. We're going to issue you new shares. Please buy. The world did. But of those $450 million raised, 100 million of those came from the CEO himself. This is unusual. He was a buyer at the secondary offering of his own company, and he's continued to buy his own stock since then and talks about how he's going to be buying it his whole life long. That is a remarkable stance. Not everybody has the financial resources to do that, but for those that do, they don't have to spend it that way. But when they do, that says a lot to me. So owner, of course, is very numerical. It's easy to assess. Typically, I like to see my leaders have 5% or more of a company's stock. But again, in practical terms, that's typically going to be the person who's founded the company, because it's hard to establish a 5% or larger position for a later stage company. So 5%, kind of a rule of thumb. It can be all very numerical, but as I move on to the next letter, I do want to say that it's not always just about dollars and cents and shares. It's partly an ownership mentality, capital O. Does this person think and act like an owner?
As always, people on this program may have interest in the stocks they talk about, and the Motley Fool may have formal recommendations for or against. So don't buy or sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Learn more about rule breaker investing at rbi.fool.com.